Hello friends, in today's session we are continue with whatever we kept last in last session. So the forehead part which covers with the plastic and side areas of shadows or darkness we have covered in last session. So this is second session. So just start, little bit zoom for you. So starting with this eyeshadow brush or flat brush, put it into this kind of charcoal powder like this, and slowly you have to apply on this uncovered area of forehead. Here left and right side eyebrows are visible, so we have to do it little bit work on that. And here in this corner side area, this entire area, if you may see that this area is uncovered area, so skin is visible directly without any plastic material. So just keep layering with very low pressure, we have to apply it. Okay. Now take a eyeliner or any 000 brush, put it into the charcoal powder like this, and for eyebrow area apply it. Consider the direction of strokes, how I am applying. So this part is eyebrow part, so it is little bit dark. Just removing unnecessary darken part. Now for the eyelashes of right side eye, so the eye is closed, so the eyelashes are coming together in the down. In this way. this is another side eyebrow, that is left eyebrow, but only the corner side of eyebrow is directly visible. Other part of eyebrow is goes under the plastic or the polythene. So make sure that some parts are looking dark and remaining parts here are considered to be the reflection of the polythene surface. Here for the texture area on the forehead, little bit dots are there, some small size, some are middle. Now with the help of kneaded eraser, this kind of kneaded eraser we have, knead it well and make a point out of it to apply some texture on the uncovered forehead area. Here in this area, the corner side of forehead uncovered area is little bit lighter tones, so light is reflecting from there, and the area in between two eyebrows and corner side of this eyebrow bottom part is light tones. And this hard line of plastic, we have to make little bit smudge it with the help of eye smudger, or you may use the small size blending stump. We have to blend to make some sort of shifting of tonal values from dark to middle tones, dark middle tones or light middle tones in this way. We have not taken another amount of charcoal powder on the tip of this eye smudger brush, because already the charcoal is present here, so we just spread it as per our necessity. And this part, corner side of left part of the eyebrow is somewhat dark, so we can take the charcoal powder little bit on the eye smudger and apply it. These are not darker than this, so we have to make blend a little bit. just spread it, that darkness. Here this area is having comparatively light middle tones as compared to this corner. And this area is very light as compared to this or above part. Now this is the closed eye, so it is a bulgy part here of the eyeball, so corner side of it is little bit darker, and here also, because bulgy part is exactly the center of that eye, so both corner areas are somewhat conical shape and darken values there. Here the brighter area is present, so don't do anything right now. Here we are just focusing on the two tones here. This is first tone, that is middle tone, you can say that. This area is light middle tone, this is a lighter tone, this is a light middle tone or middle tone, and this is dark middle tone. So apply some charcoal powder here. For this side's dark area, both side of it is having somewhat light middle tones, little bit lighter than this dark tone. Some strokes are having higher length. Horizontal lines we have to apply it here. Merging the sharp line of darkness. Here in some area, dark area, see the strokes. Here we can give the vertical strokes little bit, only in this area, not here. Here all are horizontal strokes. Here also somewhat triangular shape, but middle area of this triangular shape is lighter as compared to these corner area. Somewhat curved lines. Here some very light tone. Here also lighter tones. In this way. Now without taking powder on the eyeshadow brush, we just rub it on the cloth, so it looks fresh now without any charcoal powder, and apply it horizontally on this forehead area and little bit here as per the direction of earlier given strokes. In this way. So these are not final work. We can do some texturing, making some lighter tones in between some patches in this area again with the help of a kneaded eraser. Now we have to make the eyebrows, hairs with the help of soft pencil of charcoal. Very thin hairlines. See the strokes. Here hairs are thick. See how it is looking now. Some short hairs with lower pressure are below the baseline of eyebrow, and other hairs are in this area, which is covered under the plastic. So don't make them sharp like this. The shadow part below the plastic. Here are some blur lines which are not that much sharp or high pressure, just to show the direction of hairs. Make this area a little bit dark but not sharp line, make it kind of blur because it is abstract area because of the plastic is covered through it, and make outline of plastic over this. And for this area, the closed eyes, eyelashes, we have to make it dark with the help of charcoal pencil. You may use the charcoal powder just like this eyeliner brush. Apply it here in the charcoal powder and use it like this. Spread these shadow areas little bit. With the help of a kneaded eraser or a pointed pencil eraser, mono zero eraser, make some horizontal strokes, very light strokes, to show the details of eyes. See from a nearer distance. Some lines are thick, some lines are thin, some are short, some are long, some are blur, little bit of sharp. But the continuation of horizontal lines, because they shows the ups and downs and flows or the light reflecting areas through skins, especially in this area, make a curve like this. And for this area, give some bulgy parts, tilted lines, some dots in the shadow areas also. In this way. Now continue with the soft pencil. This is not the straight line exactly, little bit ups and downs are there, but very slight. Here is the corner area. Make little bit thick. In this area you can increase the thickness like this. Now we have to do the hairs on it with the help of a pencil or any lip liner or eyeliner brush. But before that we have to make some strokes for the remaining corner area here. In this, make some dark areas. In this way. Don't do entire area as dark. Exactly the area below this dark eye line is somewhat dark. Especially the corner sides, here also and here also, are much darker. And then this area, the polythene connected area, but this area is totally uncovered in this way. So see from a distance how it looks. Now we have to make some mono zero eraser strokes over it. Horizontal lines. These are not exactly horizontal or straight lines, somewhat tilted, somewhat bulgy parts over it. Some are sharp, some are not that much sharp. So kind of texture you have to apply it here. In this way. Now again make these corner sides somewhat more dark. Keep middle portion as somewhat lighter tones and make corner side somewhat dark in this way. You may use the kneaded eraser to show the dots in some particular areas. or dash lines in this way. Apply the eyeshadow brush over it without taking powder to make it somewhat blur. Here also you can apply it. So see how it is looking now. Upper part and bottom part of the eye, that is total eyeball is there, that's why the bulginess should be there. After eyeshadow brush you can use once again somewhat eraser work. Now we have to show the eyelashes. In lower direction only, they are not all straight, somewhat tilted or somewhat curved in nature. Some are short, some are nearer to each other, in this way. The corner side is darker, so no show the specific eye line. Here also some dark textures. It is not the eyelash. Just to create some texture. Here darkness is there. In this way. And for bottom area, the outline of the polythene or plastic is considered to be boundary line for the dark tones here. In this way. Now we have to make it blur or blend it, you can say that. So blend these all dark tones excepting the sharp eye lines. Other parts we have to blend little bit with the help of a small size blending stump. Don't rub too much, just apply the blending stump randomly on the paper surface, just put it, and in some areas we have to rub it on the surface to make actual blending, just like here. In this way. Sharpness we have to remove, so blending looks somewhat natural. And in particular areas we can make it once again some highlights. Apply the eyeshadow brush here to uncover the sharp edges of highlighted eraser work. See from a distance how it looks till now. So in this way we have completed this area, little bit of eyebrow and bulgy part of eyeball, that is closed eye, their shadow regions, dark areas and highlighted areas, and the forehead part which is uncovered. But here in this area, here also some eyebrow part from another side is present, so we have to keep in mind that we have to show it also. So make a judgment randomly, even though if lines are not visible, about how much earlier line we have drawn for this area to show the eyebrow. Some strokes are more dark, but majority of them are very thin hairs, and that darkness continues here, but in this corner side bottom part only darkness is there, not the hairs. Keep in mind that. We have to blend it, the parts which are not actually the hairs. Take a charcoal powder little bit on the eye smudger brush, or if you have blending stem then on that, and slightly shift from one tonal value to second, which is lighter than that. This is darker, this is lighter than that. Now from this move towards triangular shape of this side, which is lighter than that. So the sharp line is visible now, so we have to make it somewhat blur. Just apply the horizontal lines with the same blending stump or eye smudger brush. In this way, and this upper area is also having darkness in it, so blend it or smudge it. If required, then you can take a little bit of charcoal powder on the tip of eye smudger brush here, or blending stump. Okay, this part is somewhat dark tone. See how it is looking now. From a nearer distance, how it looks. It is just the texture or pattern or patches, random strokes. Some are blur, some are dark. To show specific hairlines here, you can show the very thin lines but dark lines. To show the corner area or starting area of the eyebrow. In this way. So see from a distance now how it looks. So this is the forehead covered with the plastic, and this is the border line of that plastic which is teared up, and in that the skin part, little bit forehead, little bit eye part along with the eyebrows are visible directly because the plastic is not there, and in this area the shadow region of that plastic is present. We have to make the darkness here little bit to show the shadow in the corner areas like this. In this way, you can blend it little bit. Difference of shifting from darkest tone to somewhat light middle tone, it should be visible, but then also the sharp transfer of one tone to another should not be that much. Now for the upper part, the border area, redefine that, all ups and downs. In this way. Here are also some shadow area. So see how it is looking now. Make some areas more darker as per requirement in the polythene. You may blend it little bit or smudge it. Okay, see how it is looking now as compared to the earlier. Now we have to move towards the another parts of surrounding areas. We are moving towards this area, that is row number 3, which is we already doing now in this area, but column number now the A, B, C, D, E. So D, E, F, this kind of horizontal blocks we have to fill now. So this is entirely the part of the polythene which are not stretched area, just a little bit piece of polythene. We have to make sure that we have to do it, so I am just focusing on it. So for that, to make ups and downs, dark and shadows in this area, we have to use eraser and blending stump or brush and charcoal powder. We have to give the charcoal powder layer on the flat brush here. Carefully do it horizontally, not in all areas, but the inside area which considered to be as somewhat darker tone or middle tones. So this is very small area as compared to this entire paper of A4, but very minute details are there. And above this side area, this is outside area completely, so we are not doing too much there right now. Now we have to make sure with the help of pencil eraser or mono-zero eraser or kneaded eraser, whatever, the border lines and the outlines for this entire area, we have to redefine it as per our understanding. So this is just a polythene work, so that's why wherever light reflecting areas are there, we have to make sure about that to make them highlighted, increase and decrease the highlighting portions. See from a nearer distance how this entire area is looking. So from curve part here we are moving downside. Go inside. Connect it again the above area. This is highlighted area. So this area is very small area, near about our thumb area. So we have to make sure that most of the highlighted portions and shapes which are present or which we have already drawn, that all should be covered, as many as possible. Observe these lines. Some light strokes here, not too much brighten, and this area this bottom area is having another textures, but we will do it later on. But before that, apply some flat brush strokes in entire area. Especially with the dark regions. Then apply it entire area. Now we have to again make textures of highlighted region, which we just completed, once again on these areas. decrease the pressure level whenever you think that these areas are not that much bright and some areas are much brighter. As per our understanding, we have to show these detail parts. In this way, see from a distance how it looks. So it can give the feel of plastic or polythene folds little bit. You may do it a little bit pencil work in areas that you think are much darker, or there should be some texture or lines in between those areas. Carefully you have to do it. All areas are not highlighted entirely. Some pencil strokes should be there, some blending stump or smudger work should be there. It is not completely black or white, it is the combination of that. So with the help of blending stump, see, whatever pencil work we have done, we can merge or blend little bit to avoid the sharp lines, and make some area somewhat dull and not bright. In this way. Without taking charcoal powder, we have to do this multiple times, at least 2 to 3 times, the brush work, and then once again, or finally at third time, the eraser work. Be careful, only highlighted areas we have to show here. You can add some strokes randomly, but just consider the flow and direction of strokes. Everywhere pressure on the blending stump is not the same. In this way. One by one we can do multiple work to show the plastic. From a distance it looks like it is the plastic work or the plastic material there. You may use the corner side little bit brush, and for this area, the bottom area, curve kind of thing, here also one fold, the big fold with a lot of lines and direction strokes should be there. So make little bit dark with the help of blending stump. Take charcoal powder on it and apply it with a light middle tone or somewhat a dark middle tone as a patches, and bottom side of it is somewhat dark. this is actually the plastic. Now we have to show the very minute details in this area and some of this area. See from a distance or nearer distance. With the help of a kneaded eraser also you can do it, or normal eraser, pointed pencil eraser, but I am using with the Mono Zero eraser to save the time. See the detailed work I have to show here. The border region, very thin abstract kind of patches and work should be there. Some patches are somewhat thick, but not all the patches are in same nature, or some are blank. Long strokes, it's somewhat blur. Like this. And for this area we have to make sure to blend it once again with the flat brush. And now once again we have to do just rub on the cloth to clear this point of Mono Zero eraser. Once again redefine it, the final highlighted portions. Consider the flow of plastic. According to that we have to show the highlighted work. So is it okay? Very small strokes we have to apply here. See from a distance how it looks. Now it looks like the plastic is there, some sort of. You can give some dark work in between those small size strokes here. Above area is somewhat dark here. See how it looks till now. Multiple times you have to make sure about your work related to erasing, eroding, highlighting. See, from a nearer distance it doesn't understandable what is exactly it is, but from a distance we can consider it as a whole, the plastic fold or the piece of the plastic which just teared up from this area and just folded behind or above the eye, left side eye. So in this way we can do it multiple work step by step. We have to follow this whatever outlines we have done, even though they are not that much visible to you, but we have to do shading for all these blocks, and time to time we have to make sure to make continuity in our work, and at particular moment we will finish this portrait, which is the face covered with the plastic or polythene. So I think it's okay for today's tutorial. See you soon for further work here, darkness and the patches, the plastic polythene layers here, and this side work also. So we have to do it in our next sessions. Till then, keep practicing and do this. See you soon.